This is my first impression of the Pedersoli 1859 Cavalry Sharps Carbine. Fit and finish on this is excellent. There's no complaints there. And I picked up the Pedersoli bullet mold, the one that's marked modern design, because it works with the brass cases that they sell. The brass cases really aren't traditional for the Sharps, but I'm gonna give them a try, and then I'll also make some paper cartridges. The modern design has a groove so you can tie the bullets on like you could in the traditional paper cartridges. I just punch out a disc of nitrated tea bag paper and put it in the bottom, put in 55 grains of black powder, put it on a card wad, and then I seat the bullet.
Welcome to another Southern County Time. Hell, with all the episodes being so special, can we even call them special anymore? I might need a new word. What do you think on that?
So this is how I make my cartridge tubes. I just take a 4570 cartridge case. I put a mark on there for my overall cartridge length. Take one of my pieces of paper. I use the rim as a guide to kind of keep it straight. Roll it around. Take my little hobby brush. Give it a swipe of glue. Rolling it around. By the time you get it rolled around, pushed down, it's ready to be moved up. And there's your overall cartridge length guide. And I just push it over the rim of the cartridge. Square it up. And then that's how you make the tube. So after you fold it over, you'll come out with like a little flash hole at the end, and that will cover that up with another piece of nitrated paper, which we've cut out with this punch. Just drop it in, put it in the bottom, and that way you only have like a single layer of paper for your percussion cap to blow through. I put a card wad on top of the black powder, and I found it easier just to glue the bullet on rather than tie them on. It goes a lot quicker, and the bullets come out really sturdy. Even if you drop them, it doesn't. They don't fall apart. And I just lubricate the bullets with SPG bullet lube. Apparently this thing's not going to go off. I tried a cap on a brass case, on a paper cartridge, and on loose powder and ball, and apparently it's not going to go off. So what I'm going to try now is I'm going to use my flintlock pan primer and put a couple of grains of 4F in the nipple and see if that makes any difference. Kids, don't try this at home. Okay, well, priming the nipple, I have achieved 100% reliability. And so let's go shoot this thing. Well, here's the first 4 shots out of the box. Shoot a little high and slightly left, and I think with a little low development, it could probably group pretty well. Okay, we're going to move back to 50 yards and we'll see what she'll do. Okay, well, here's 5 shots at 50 yards. Just the way it came out of the box. It looks like I'm going to have to knock the side a little over to the right, but other than that, I think with a little more practice, it'll group pretty good. Well, we've got a hostile watermelon here, and we'll give it a go with the sharps. Well, I got tired of priming the nipple every time, so I came up with another bad idea, and that was to drill out the flash hole in the nipple a little bit. And sometimes you can get some dangerous blowback if you overdo it, but in my case it worked out well, and I achieved 100% reliability out of the gun. So I am in the market for an American-made aftermarket nipple, which I actually end up having to do with all my imported percussion guns. But for the time being, this seems to be working. The only way to get these brass cases out is just to devise a little hook, stick it in the primer hole, pull it out that way. Press this button, twist out the pin, pull it out, and just push the block out through the bottom, like so. Okay, so once you've got the breech block pulled out, you want to pull out this plate, and then there's an O-ring underneath there. This is part of the Pedersoli system to kind of control gas escaping around the breech block. This O-ring kind of puts pressure on this plate to keep it up tight against the breech. And there's a clean out screw on this side right here. You want to take that out. This will give you access to the flash channel in the breech block. And then, of course, you want to take the nipple out. Now you've got the block field strip, so you can get at it to clean it up. And you get around to cleaning the barrel. There's actually a sleeve in here. It doesn't come completely out, but it slides back and forth, and that's another part of the Pedersoli gas control system. You want to make sure you pull that out and clean it off really good and lubricate it, because it needs to move back and forth to do what it's supposed to do. You probably want to pull off the forearm just to make sure that no powder has migrated down in there. And that just entails removing this screw, and then you just depress this spring and then slide the barrel band off. Okay, so now that we've got the forearm off, this is the screw that you can adjust to make the lever tighter or looser. And I found no loose powder in the forearm, but there's some fouling in there that needs to be cleaned up. Another thing to keep in mind is that the barrel band only goes on one way, so make sure you put it back on the same way you took it off. Overall, I'm happy with the sharps. I think it needs an aftermarket nipple and a little bit of fiddling and load development, but other than that, I think it's a winner.